And we're streaming. Well, it worked really quickly, so we're 9 minutes early. Thank you for your patience. And wait about 10 minutes and we'll get this thing started.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Hello? Is anyone here? What's happening right now?
No, no one's here.
No
And
one's here? Oh, that's an Alex. What's up, dude?
what's up?
Look at that hair. Oh, perfecto. Gracias. Everyone's here though. Look, Adam, Bowen, Salt.
Yo.
I wonder if that's a Salt tokener.
Someone that
Hey, Griff's in bed. Look at Griff. Hey, sexy man.
wants to participate in come join.
Good morning.
Good night.
Yeah.
Is it
So-
early for you?
Yeah, it's 9 a.m.
Okay, that's early for a Giveth there.
Well, I had a meeting at like 7:30, but so I came back to bed afterwards. Oh, Salt connected.
That's
Ooh, salty.
bringing
Welcome to the party.
There we go.
participate.
That is a magnificent beard, sir. Wow. I tip my non-existent hat to you.
Okay, well, I think we can start. So, Salt, this is your first governance meeting. What we usually do is we start with what did you do this week, and then we start the more formal meeting, which I'll explain a little bit more about. But yeah, does anyone want to start about their what they did this week?
So I coordinated with Alt and Q, who's also going to be here. I don't know if he's here already, but he might be a few minutes late too. And kind of covered some last week too. But I went to tour camp last week and recruited these guys and organized them together because they want to help recruit and give it. You know, we always need more people. So that's what I've been up to. Guess I'll pass it on to you. Since
What's up? I have been doing a lot of speaking with teams. I've been chatting with Swarm City quite a bit. They have a really interesting way of doing their GitHub roadmap through this like episodes TV series stuff. So we've been working through some of these things, and also thinking about how we're gonna roll that out into the block turnship. Still looking for funding for different parts of that to organize it and keep it moving for the bounty system. Coordinating with the DAP node team, helping with those, get those guys kind of on track. Meeting with IFCAN squad. IFCAN is moving forward. Super excited for this. I think we have the right team at the right time. So now I'm working on getting that grant together for them and just supporting it, but making myself obsolete as soon as possible. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So it's been a good week. And I also slept through my flight, so I should be in Paris right now, but I'm at the Giveth house. So that's how it goes. I will pass it to Adam, aka Don Adams.
Hey everybody. Yeah, I've been doing some research for this last mile article that we discussed last week. I don't know if we discussed it in this meeting, but some of the people here were present for that conversation, which is basically just about like people who, get Ether from us and then want to dump into fiat. What are some options available to them? Other than that, I've been just kind of like going crazy trying to make preparations to leave town here. So haven't had a ton of time to work on other stuff. And with that, I will pass it to Bowen.
Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Let's see. What all have I worked on? Mostly it was towards the end of last week was finishing up the security plan document, which I think has been posted pretty much everywhere for anybody to check out. I'm waiting for the developers to audit. On top of that, have been sort of doing some research into possible strategies for the EIP0 signaling website and kind of framing out what would be necessary to make a user interface for the multi-send contract. Let's see. I guess I will pass it off to Lorelei.
Hey. Okay. I'm going to talk through Griff's speaker here. Can you? Okay.
Yeah, you're talking.
We can hear you.
I know. Griff is not doing what I want him to do. Yeah, this week has been good. We finished, hopefully, the last milestone triple check ever. And I've been working on this milestone tutorial that I'm excited to now potentially scrap and create a new one. With the beta, who knows how different it will be. So getting ready for those processes to change. I went out camping with some friends this weekend and found myself having conversations on a mountaintop with a random person who also started a blockchain UBI project. And yeah, not much going on with me. I will pass it to. Okay. Oh yeah, Griff.
Okay, yeah. So I actually had a lot of family stuff this week that was really distracting. This is the joys of coming back to Seattle, but there was still a lot of stuff to do. So I did a lot of work on the Argon DAC, just pinging things off of Quasia and getting a kind of a plan together, along with working with Lindsay to make sure that we have an actual place to sleep and all that. We have open source block explorers meeting tomorrow, and it's flourishing. That community is really thriving. It's thriving so much it's the model for other communities. There's this Web3 UX community that's starting up that I'm inviting a bunch of the big people to, like AFSA, My Crypto, and so just trying to help them start that a little bit, but I'll take a very passive role there. Let's see. And then I did a lot of stuff for DAppNode. We had a bunch of meetings. We just had a meeting with Argon, and we have a path forward, so we're going to just go with the grant for Argon, but we're had lots of meetings with Edu and Jordy this week. The identity project is kind of on a bureaucratic path, so I don't have to do anything there. FCAN had a big push. I had a couple meetings with Oz and Wonky Data. Wonky Data is looking to take Oz's spot, and I think we'll see FCAN on the new release version of the DApp next week, so that's pretty cool. There's a lot of Burning Man stuff. Burning Man is starting to be a thing and starting to take up a lot of time. I spent probably like at least 20 hours on Burning Man this week. So lots of meetings and organizing and making sure other people are going to be responsible for things. Talked a lot with Bowen and RJ about the security plan for the DApp and just going over the final details. There's a meeting after this with Wojtek and Adria. That should be fun. Just to confirm that our setup is looking good. We had a DApp team meeting and figured out that it's all happening. So that's really good. Helped with the milestone triple check. I started working on the unicorn campaign again and just fleshing out some ideas. And I also am still in discussions with this Thunder group that wants to take over Scaling Now. Although I kind of dropped the ball on them and need to have another meeting. So let's see. How about, let's see. How about Bowen? Did you go?
Yeah, I went right before Lorelei.
Oh, okay. Well, Satya then.
Yeah, I didn't go yet. I've just joined. This is the part what we did last week.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm working actually already on the next step of the DApp after the release. So we worked on the release. We have a migration coming up, as you might have seen in. So we will migrate all the old milestones to the new beta, which is really cool. So we have all the transparency is coming with us to the new bridge environment. I'm working now on filing proof for milestones. So we will have those conversations soon. So if you, for example, mark a milestone as complete, you can say like, hey, I did this. And then the reviewer can say, I don't like this or whatever. You know, you can add like messages, have a conversation. And I'm working now that you can actually attach, well, attachments to that conversation. So you can say, hey, I've done this, and then you can, you know, attach whatever proof you want. So it can be a video or a picture or a PDF or whatever that shows that you have performed the milestone. So I think that's something that was on our roadmap and that we wanted to have for the pilot projects coming up. So that's basically what I'm doing currently. I have no idea who hasn't gone yet. I only know. So please raise your hand if you haven't. Adam, did you go? Salt?
I think Salt can still go. I don't know if Salt has anything he wants to talk about that he did this week.
Yeah, I don't think I really did anything this week or know what's going on or where I am.
Yeah, sort of just threw you in there. Does anyone else need to go? No? Okay, cool. So logistics, I'll just do logistics really quick before we start the meeting. So Salt, you can participate in check-in and check-out, but then in the middle, you just get to observe for the first meeting. There really probably won't, there's only one topic for the meeting today, so we can chat about that or not. It's kind of up to Satya. And afterwards, we'll just have a fireside chat. So let's do a quick check-in. I have the only intention I have is for a quick meeting, and I'm not distracted at all. Let's go with Alex.
Oh, all right. So I'm here for the meeting. I'm hoping to get some cool stuff involved and to also introduce the people that are trying to bring together too. And yeah, that's what I got. Not super distracted. Yeah.
Alex, just so you know, your mic is really weak.
Is it? Is that better? Can you hear me better now?
Not really.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Now it's better.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really distracted. I'm here for the meeting to introduce the newcomers to Giveth, and that's pretty much it. So with that, I'll pass it to you. Yeah.
What's up? I am distracted because I'm barbecuing steaks in the backyard right now. I'm here to enjoy fireside chats because those are my favorite kind of meetings. And also, I'd love to expand on the roles meeting that Lindsay started. I think I can pick up the torch and carry it forward in her stead. Passing it to Bowen Sanders.
Let's see. My intention is to be to my first fireside chat, I would assume, because I haven't seen one yet. And see what is going on with everybody. And I'm not really distracted. So I guess with that, I will pass it on to Satya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a quick meeting. Maybe I will stay for the fireside chat. I'm not sure yet. I'm a little bit distracted because I'm really hungry and I'm eating. But full attention. So, Lorelai.
Hey, no distractions over here. I also would like to talk about this roles meeting in a casual way. It sounds like it's not a clear proposal yet. Yeah. And Griff, did you talk yet?
Yeah, Saul?
Wasn't he not?
Yeah, he
talking for
does
this part?
check-ins
Oh.
and check-outs.
Okay, Salt?
Distractions and intentions.
I was gonna say, is this a still check in, check out, or am I just?
Yeah. This.
Oh, I'm distractions, intentions. Okay, I am still getting my day started and helping someone do some moving. So looking forward to a semi-short meeting, and intend to figure out what this is about.
Nice. And then you get to call on someone. Did Adam go?
I think
Did
I'm the only
Riff
person.
go?
I went.
Yeah, I think I'm the last one, maybe. Yeah, looking forward to I guess hearing what people think about this this roles concept. I think delineating roles is not always a bad thing, even in a decentralized community. So yeah, definitely distracted, and I will do my best to be a good party to this conversation. Yeah, back to anyone who hasn't gone.
Cool. Does anyone else need to go? Okay, then we will continue on. So our first and only topic on the agenda is, should we have a roles meeting once a month as part of one of the Gov meetings? Just so everyone knows, there is a Lumio. I'm going to link it over in the chat if you don't have that link. And I think, Yaler, did you want to do a proposal and attention?
Hello. Hi. Yeah, I think I can do that. Oh, sorry, my computer's having issues. Okay, I'm here. The proposal, from what I heard, because I actually don't have the Lumio in front of me right now, but I can pull it up. The proposal is to the tension first.
Yeah.
So the tension is no one knows what anyone else is doing. And when people are working on certain things, perhaps other people are working on the same things at the same time. Or perhaps there's gaps that aren't being filled. So the proposal is to create a roles meeting to clarify what people are working on and what roles they currently see themselves filling, and give an opportunity for people to exchange those roles, to say, hey, I'm working on communication for the DAP right now, but I hate it. I don't like talking about technical documents. So I want to do social media. And then maybe someone can switch with them and they can propose, okay, let's trade. Let's put this role up on hold until someone takes it. So the proposal is to create a place where people can exchange roles. They can talk about the satisfaction of the roles they're working on, and maybe the frustrations with some of the roles they don't want to work on, and then have an audience of people who may be interested in taking over those roles. The end.
Cool. Any clarifying questions? No? Okay. Then reaction round.
I guess, sorry. One quick question. Would there be, like, if a job is super unpopular, would there be a mechanism to kind of figure out ways to incentivize people to take it?
There might. It depends on if it needs to be something, if it's something that needs to be done. I think if a job is super unpopular and no one wants to do it, then we should ask ourselves why we're doing it in the first place.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely something we can talk about. Reactions.
Well, who wants to start?
It's a free for all. Anyone start.
I can start because I also responded to the Lumio, and there I am. Hey. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think, like I said in the Lumio, I think we have to take it a little bit more broad and really. We started like implementing holacracy, but actually, I feel after reading the book and reading a lot of stuff about it, and also with my own tensions about stuff within Giveth, I feel that we started off very well and then somehow we stopped. And I think we stopped at roles. And I was one of the persons at the time that really thought, whatever roles, you know. And I think a lot of people thought that. So we never made the roles. But actually, roles are very important within holacracy, and so are a bunch of other things. So I think just defining the roles won't be enough to solve all our tensions. I think what we should do is really start on a migration to a full holacracy implementation that works for us. And actually, there's pretty good guidance from holacracy themselves how to do that. And roles is definitely one of those things that we should do. So I'm not sure who is in Swiss, but I would love to have a meeting about it. I think I've made a proposal for the 4th of July because I thought everybody is there in the evening. But yeah, that's my reaction. So, Lorelei.
Yeah, I really like this proposal too. I just think it's great to get clearer about these things, and it comes at a good time. Yeah, I'm curious about how this would look as an ongoing meeting. And, is it something that we really want like buy-in from a lot of people for? And
I think aren't those clarifying questions?
Yeah, she's having her reaction. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. No. Oh.
Pick someone then.
Adam.
Yeah, I really like this idea. I mean, shit, I feel like if there's being, marketplaces being constructed for everything else, why not for roles within communities and organizations too? I mean, I think it's a cool idea, and I think it's something that, if we implement it and it works, other people might look into making their own versions of it. Has Bowen responded yet?
No, I haven't. I would be interested to learn a little bit more about the holacracy Satya is talking about. Otherwise, I'm interested in where this idea could go as well. I think I might have been the last reaction, so I'll pass it back.
I haven't gone yet, and I think there's a few other people to go.
Sorry.
So we've done this before, or actually this was a failed mission, as such a mention. We actually have a role sheet that is linked in this Lumio proposal. This meeting, the intention behind the governance meeting is actually to assign roles. So it's kind of awesome that we're having this discussion here. I hope we can learn from the past and try to get full buy-in from the team. That's what killed the roles last time. I wrote in the Lumio a few things that for why I believe this didn't work. And I do think that is a good idea. I don't have the bandwidth to push it. So I think that we need to assign somebody to own it, the role sheet. I tried to own it for like a month and a half, and I just couldn't get full buy-in from the team, and then some people used it as in my opinion, kind of a power grab, and just tried to like sign up for a bunch of things that they couldn't do, but they wanted to be the boss of it. One of the things that I think is important to recognize with roles is that it's not so much about doing the task as much as it is about being responsible for the task being done. So if you don't want to do something, but you care a lot for that task actually being completed, then you are the right person to be accountable for that task being completed. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to do it, but you do have to somehow, without being somebody's boss, because we have a flat hierarchical system where there are no bosses, you have to somehow incentivize somebody to do it. And that will, I think the other piece that makes me hesitant to really want to push this week is we get this awesome new tool that we don't really know how to use yet. Our DAP is finally ready this week. And so, in my opinion, this should be like something we look at doing in August, September, really reformulating roles and da-da-da, once we've actually figured out how this DAP can fit in with it, because we'll have a better frame of how we're organizing ourselves on with this tool than in August and September than we do right now. So making any kind of big switch, like we're already making one big switch, trying to make decisions with this huge unknown is going to be trickier than if we wait just a little bit. Let's see. I think that's everyone. Oh, hey, wait. No, we have 2 new people.
I still need to go too.
Oh, and Alex. Okay, I'll call on Alex.
Okay, so I like the idea of this roles thing because it is nice to know what people are working on and to not have double work going on for a task, because that's not good for us either, because then we're wasting time when someone could have been doing another task because the one they were trying to do is already done. But like Gross says, I think that there's potential problems for people to just try and grab all the tasks and be like, no, that one's mine, that one's mine, so they can have lots to do, or look like they have lots to do. So I think it's something we've got to be careful about. But that's all I got. I'll call on shoot, who hasn't gone? I can't see names on my phone.
We have 2 fellow Gisters. Oh, RJ is one. You can call on RJ if he is able.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say because I just shut up. So
Nice. And who's the new phone number that's dialing in?
Oh, that's probably Q. One of the other people that I got to.
Oh, nice. Hey,
join
Q.
this.
Welcome to the party, Q.
Thanks, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so let me just give you a quick heads up that you're just here. You can just observe for the next few minutes until we finish this. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's everyone, Yeller. So go for it.
Okay, I'm going to amend and clarify now. It sounds like everyone's behind this, at least in spending a little bit of energy and investing in it. I like your idea, Griff. I think you're totally right. We are about to start playing with the DAP. Things are going to change. Considering that this is going to be a once a month meeting, why don't we schedule the first meeting for August 1st or right around there? Once we've had a month to play with the DAP, we can open it up and start to talk about what happened last time, why it didn't work, and how we can potentially use actual principles.
Is he gone? Am I gone?
It's him.
Okay.
Yeller.
Taylor! No, he's barbecued.
Yep. Well,
Right.
I think he got his proposal out. Are there any objections to having a meeting on August 1st?
I kind of have an objection. Well, it's not an objection. We could do it, but I think it will be better if we look at if we only do the roles. I think we kind of will fail at that as well. I think we have to look at the whole holacracy process and how we implement it, and not just at a single aspect of it, which is the roles. So I think we should first, as a team, decide, yes, we're going to do holacracy, and if we do it well. And then we look at the steps that we should take, and one of them is roles, but there are other ones as well. Also, how we structure our meetings, maybe how our circles look. So, yeah, we could do it. I think it would be better to do it face-to-face instead of on a conference call. That is my objection. So my counter proposal would be, to look at holacracy, in total, not only just the roles.
I would say that this is not, if we follow the holacratic method, this is not you're not saying that it's not enough to try. So, so what I'll say is I think that sounds like a really good proposal, and we'll discuss it more in Switzerland, right?
Okay, let's do that.
But proposal
right.
passed.
Am I back? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, we need some better Wi-Fi at the house. Okay, it sounded like it worked out. I heard everything Satya said, and I agree also.
Okay, perfect.
Yay.
So then that is the end of our formal governance meeting. So let's just let's skip closeout and save it for the end, and let's just have a fireside chat. Is there anything anyone wants to talk about?
Yeah, who's in Swiss next week?
I believe it's going to be me, Jordy, you, Wojtek, RJ, Arthur, Chris, and Edu is like a maybe, and Lorelei.
And Jailer, you're not coming? He's gone again.
No, Jailer's not coming.
Okay, I thought he was still in Barcelona. All right, cool. That's very nice.
Satya, I'm excited to hear your ideas about going full on with holacracy. I'd love to talk to you about that. I'm glad we'll be in person soon.
Yeah, I think, maybe what went wrong in the beginning is that Griff was very excited about holacracy. And I've always been excited about Ricardo Semler and this kind of organizational structures. But I think a lot of people haven't really experienced holacracy like we do it now, and also read the book maybe only Griff read it or part of the website. But I think there's much more to it, and we can do so much better, and it will also help us forward a lot by with decentralizing our team and the whole process, but still make everybody accountable and move forward with a shared vision or circle shared vision, whatever. And I think we should kind of reflect on what we did and just do it. But I think it's the right time now, because there's a lot of tension lately with roles and accountability and vision. And I think, that's also, it's the right time that people feel hey, something should change. So I think we can make it happen. But I agree with Griff. We have a major change coming up next week. So, but it's good to start discussing it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that I think this DAP will actually lend itself to the holacratic model really well. I mean, it kind of already has this assigning roles, and everyone can have a campaign, and the funds go to that campaign, and there's different, I feel like it's practically made for holacracy, so that it will, that I think we'll be able to flow really well. The Constitution is almost like the description of a campaign or a DAC, so we'll see. Obviously, like you said, there's a lot of extra stuff with holacracy that we're not even coming close to implementing. Tactical meetings and there's all sorts of pieces. Definitely the Constitution is a huge piece. So we'll see. The big thing I worry about is actually getting buy-in from the team and building a structure around buy-in.
Yeah.
Which is why actually we could talk about the unicorn basic income idea. I have this document here that only got a little bit more work, but it's worth checking in. Basically, it's like my idea is that we could create a separate DAC that's just for unicorns, and then within that DAC, every unicorn that has gone through like specific things, like we have some kind of like things that a unicorn has to go through, but once they've like in orientation, they have to be accepted as a unicorn. Maybe they have to read certain documentation, and they have to like jump through some hoops. But then when they do it, they get a campaign in that DAC, and that campaign they also get whitelisted to the DApp so they can make a campaign, and then that campaign would get loaded up with 900 euros a week, and those 900 euros have to be and then topped up every week. So basically, you can make a milestone for yourself for half of it, 450 every week, and then you have another 450 that you need to go delegate to using the DApp. You delegate to other Giveth DAC initiatives. So it could be other things, but it would be preferred that it goes towards pushing Giveth's mission forward as opposed to donating to end homelessness in Barcelona. At the beginning, that won't be a problem, but I feel like that would be some kind of stipulation. And then the thing is, if you don't use that 450, you don't get the next week's 450. So you don't have to delegate it, but if you don't, then your opinion isn't, then you don't get to direct where that money goes at all, and you just don't get money next week. And then and then we just have like a monthly unicorn party, probably on Jitsi like this, where we discuss the different things we donated to, and just like check in basically on how unicorn DAC is rolling. That's kind of the setup right now. It needs to be fleshed out a little bit, and I want to like practice it on the release version of the DApp. But that's kind of my idea. I don't know. Anyone have any feedback?
What kind of campaigns are you thinking about?
Well, basically the campaigns would be like so like you have the DApp circle, right? The DApp campaign would be a campaign that people could, if someone created milestones in the DApp campaign to say, hey, I want to write this article, well, then it could get funded by the DApp campaign itself, or it could also get funded by the Unicorn DAC. Maybe like, I'm like, of my 450, I want to send 200 euros to this milestone that's saying that you want to create a art medium post for the security model of the DApp, And so the general idea is that we start actually doing more of the milestone stuff where you say, hey, I want to do this. Do people actually want me to do this? If I get funding, I will, So people have a clear incentive to actually make milestones, and we have a bunch of people that have money to donate. So if, let's say that, you only have so much time in a week, there's like 5 things you can do. You make a quick milestone for each of them and see which ones get funded. And then, well, clearly that's the group think, or the, like, that's the one that the team wants you to do. So now they have that power to actually influence that happening.
Okay.
This is all, most of this is actually off your ideas, Sacha. You came up with this.
I remember, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's a good way to practice, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of it is going to be a little bit bureaucratic because we have to make all these milestones. But I'm hoping that this is part of dog fooding, and it's like, well, if we are not liking the way our DApp works, then we need to create issues in GitHub and start changing it, right? To make it easier so that it's not so bureaucratic. Maybe video uploading could be a result of this, or recurring milestones, right? Different milestone smart contracts. And, I think we'll learn a lot just by trying to use the DApp.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, yeah, I'm going to keep working on this document over the weekend, and it will be one of the first DACs, I think, that at least that I put out there. And as far as like migrating to it, I was going to make it I was thinking about proposing it as an opt-in. So like, if you already have your unicorn wings, that's cool. You can keep them. 600 euros flowing to you every month from whatever campaign you're supposed to get. Fine. But if you want effectively to be part of this new system, then you opt into it and we start transitioning.
Question. You don't get to delegate funds if you're not part of the new system, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I love it, by the way. I think it's great. I'm ready to jump in there.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Interesting experiment.
Cool. Well,
Yeah, looking forward to the proposal in next week then, Griff.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And another proposal for next week is we need 2 people to join our escape hatch multi-sig. So if anyone wants to do that, I think I put it in the multi-sig channel. So just throw your name down, throw your name in the hat, and that'll be another proposal. Next week we'll probably have a lot of proposals.
Nice.
Another one is the Argon DAC, which is pretty well fleshed out. I can post a link to that here. Sacha made some good comments.
I don't know. I feel I'm always the one being critical. And then...
Well, thank fucking God. I wish someone else would speak up. How is it going to get better? I think I addressed your critical comments well. I hope other people can make comments in this document and improve it. Pretty much every comment Sacha made me rethink the way we said things and improved it. So if other people have critical comments, or if you just want to make a comment that says, oh, wow, this is great, that's cool too. But I want to make sure that I'm getting feedback before we start this major venture next week. So.
Yeah, I thought it was a very well laid out document, actually. It's very
What is
clear.
that comment, Sacha?
No, it's just, I mean, yeah, I know. I should have put it there, but okay. It just.
I'm just messing, dude. I like to do this thing where I sandwich criticism. I always give, I love this,
Yeah.
hate. Oh, but this is really good.
No, I thought it was very clear, and it's nice, good starting point for next week.
Yeah.
Do we have a meeting set or is it just ad hoc?
I think it's pretty ad hoc.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably try to put some goals at the beginning, and then I've really enjoyed our free agenda, our agenda free meetings.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we can close it out. Does anyone else have anything for the fireside chat?
I'm reading this this blockchain UBI for robots document right now, and it's like super entertaining. I'll share it with you guys. I just wanted to say that.
Are you gonna put it in the Jitsi?
I mean, yeah, I'll put it in the Jitsi, but also the Jitsi is going to disappear. So I'll share it also. But yeah, it's the idea that our world is going to become automated by robots, and we should decentralize the ownership of automated labor by all of us, like owning robots and like pimping them out, and then getting them to pay us for we collect their wages via blockchain.
Yes, I also encourage robot slavery.
Yes, we
Who
will all.
doesn't want to be a robot?
Until they figure out how to take over the world and make us the slaves.
I don't know if any of you guys have seen Westworld, but that is a bad idea.
Westworld is amazing.
Missed it. Okay, well, Salt's looking to close out. So unless there's any other topics.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Okay, cool. Well, so the way checkout works for the new people, just kind of say whatever you want. So thank you guys. Easy meeting, and I'll see some of you in Switzerland. Let's go to Yale.
I mimic Griff. Thank you. A great meeting, nice and smooth and easy. And I'm excited to see some of these things come to fruition. I will not see you in Switzerland because I will be in Budapest with the DAP Lion, but I will see you all again very soon. I passed to Satya because you're on my screen.
Yeah, that was a cool meeting. Nice topics as well. I'm passionate about this holacracy thing, so I'm happy that we talked about it. Looking forward to continue the discussion, and very excited about the Aragon meetup next week. And happy to see so many new faces and old faces. And I give it to Alex. Are you gone?
No, I haven't gotten.
Yeah.
Thanks for the meeting, guys. It's good to see all of you, and I'm hoping that we can get Q and Salt involved in some stuff here with Giveth, because they really want to help out, and they're pretty awesome people. So we should definitely take advantage of their wanting to help out. It's great to see all of you guys again, and I'm excited to read this document that Griff is making, and yeah, well. Can't wait till next week's meeting. And with that, I'll pass it off to Salt.
Yep. Good to meet y'all. Seems like an interesting project. I'm looking forward to finding out more and getting involved. It's been kind of it's definitely always insightful to see new groups trying out holacracy. I was with a group working on it for about a year. We're still kind of working on it, but I hope to bring some of that insight to some future meetings. But yeah, I don't know who has or hasn't gone. Is Q still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I mean, it's just my first meeting via invite from Alex. Kind of get to hear some people, hear some thoughts. I don't know much about what's going on, but I'll have to be coming up to speed and seeing what it's all about. I'm pretty excited about that. So thank you for giving me an opportunity to listen in. I don't know who to hand it off to.
Hand it off to RJ.
Yeah, it was. I came late, so I didn't catch much, but it's always good to hear everybody's voice, and we'll see some of y'all next week. Adam?
Hey, everybody. Interesting content today. Yeah, really, really enjoyed hearing that and looking forward to seeing what comes of it. I will hopefully be able to make it to next week's meeting. Either way, that would be my last one probably for a while. Maybe I'll have a good internet connection when I'm traveling and be able to come stop in sometimes, maybe not. But yeah, thanks for an interesting one today. And I will pass it to Lorelei.
Yeah, great meeting you guys. I'm excited to talk about all this holacracy stuff. This is a nice little harmonious conversation. And we have some Rowan.
Hey, I'm excited to be an integral part of helping make the DAP work, starting the actual role of security guard this upcoming week with the release. So that's awesome. And excellent meeting. It's good to see everybody. And was that the last person?
I think so. Q and Salt, if you guys want to hang out, I can chat right now about how you can get involved more if you're curious. And but for everyone else, hey, thanks a lot for hanging out.
Take care, everybody.
See you guys.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
I'll